is also assessing them from the sidelines.
Don't fire into that first building.
It's by far the most complex training that we can do. No matter how good of an army you are, any one of them buildings can be used by the enemy to take you out. This is where most people get caught out, is in an environment.
Okay, down! Down! Get it! Get it! Hold! Hold! What do you see? Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead.
If you make a mistake in a conflict, chances are you're not going to get out of there.
Okay, give me one time sandbag. One sandbag. One more on me. Okay, go. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Go. Building clear.
After clearing 5 houses, it's operation over and time for some frank feedback.
Go on, get straight over. Come on. Don't be shy.
We cleared the building quite easy, and then from there, everyone got muddled. I didn't have my original section. I just had random blokes that I was just grabbing to assault the next one. If you don't want like 10 people in a room, I try not to bolster that room up and just be like, oh, everyone got eyes on, everyone got eyes on. You don't need 100 people in a room. So I have one person there, maybe another guy just covering in case either man gives a stoppage, so then he can cover him straight away.
It's a blow for the troops, but their platoon sergeant has a bigger picture perspective.
It's fucking chaotic, isn't it? Yeah, there were some things that were good, there were some things that were fucking shite. Don't worry about it. I'd rather be shite now with blanks than be shite in reality. If you're shite in reality, you're going to be in a fucking body bag.
And Sergeant Major Franco has a better idea of what C Company must do to be frontline fit.
Really important that they take on the experience from these exercises and learn from it, because if we do get deployed, trust me, that war will be much more punchy than anything I've ever experienced.
Back at Tidworth, Gold Major Wright is making his final adjustments before his big debut with Llewellyn.
You have to really take your time. You don't really want anything to look messy or any creases where they're not supposed to be.
Leading the St. David's Parade, he knows all eyes will be on him.
I'm a really big fan on ceremonial stuff. I love the whole atmosphere of marching, the drums playing, and just how neat and presentable it looks.
But today isn't just about appearances. It marks a turning point for Fusilier Wright.
When I was growing up, it was difficult. It was a difficult time in my life. I got bullied when I was a kid, and you know, every single day I tried to not go to school. I felt like I was dumb. Yeah, I felt like I wasn't worthy. There came a really difficult time in my life where I had to make a decision where I had to move in with my dad. I severely needed that fresh new start. I'm really grateful to my dad. I want to make an actual good mark for myself as being a Goat Major, to put myself in the big leagues of the history books.
But first, he needs Llewellyn to share his ambition.
Why? Wait. It turns into a game of tag. Come here. Oh, don't do like that. It's gonna have to be bribing. This is why I hate doing it in these shoots. No grip. Llewellyn, stop being a mod ass. I'm used to it now. I know the whole gif of this whole thing. So, yeah, I know. Here we go, buddy. See, it was an odd, yeah? Like I said, he's not quite used to me yet still. It will take time to create that bond between me and Llewellyn. It's getting there. It will never always get to 100% straight away. Let me just get this on for you, buddy. Alright, then we'll be all done. Ah! Bloody hell. Llewellyn!
Over on the parade ground, the final touches are being made before the commanding officer makes his big speech. Colour Sergeant Chris Allen is hoping his Alpha Company keep in step.
They come in, they do everything correctly, and they don't look like a bag of rubbish, let's say, for the politer words. They've been doing it now for the last couple of days, let's say. So yeah, so fingers crossed it all goes well on the day.
And Goat Major Wright and Llewellyn make their debut.
I got a warm, fuzzy feeling that this is going to go great.
Taking their place at the front of the parade.
Quick march!
The St. David's Day ceremony begins. And apart from a few small blips, they make it to the parade ground and take their position. Both must stand to attention while the commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Ollie Beard, hands out medals and meets his troops. Now, it's time for his annual address.
Today we celebrate St. David's Day.
All they have to do is stay composed for the speech.
As Wales's oldest infantry battalion, and we celebrate it as Wales's most decorated unit.
Addressing their troops on St. David's Day in this way is a time-honoured tradition, connecting the regiment's glorious history from Rorke's Drift to Crimea and reminding them of their strong Welsh roots.
Although you do not need to be Welsh to be Royal Welsh, we are fiercely proud of our Welsh heritage. Today we also wear the leek, a time-honoured and ancient tradition of the fighting units of Wales, to recognise, to mark them out, to distinguish them on the battlefield.
But Fusilier Wright is starting to look unsteady on his feet.
A message of loyal greetings on the celebration.
Standing still in full regalia, the pressure of the moment seems to have got to him.
Just the best for a successful St. David's Day. So once again, I congratulate you.
As the speech draws to a close,
I wish you an absolutely splendid St. David's Day.
He's managed to steady himself.
I felt like I was going to pass out. Yeah, quite literally. I started to wobble, and then my eyes went black out. It's good I kept consciousness though. I'm too stubborn.
Wright and Llewellyn have played their parts perfectly. Even the commanding officer is impressed with their performance.
The goat today did behave, not always a guaranteed thing. He's a working animal and he doesn't always behave, perhaps, as you'd hope. Today he did a good job.
Coming up, Charlie Company take their last stand.
You're not just going to give up easily, you're going to fight to the end.
And the St. David's Day celebrations go up a gear.
You to get the odd one or two being sick.
Back at Cope Hill Down on Salisbury Plain, Sergeant Major Franco is drilling his junior Charlie Company on their urban warfare skills.
If shit hit the fan and we actually did go to war with Russia, for example, that is proper conventional warfare. So yeah, it's really important that we try and hammer home that in 2 months' time, they're going to be on the front line in Ukraine in proper war. And that could happen to these guys.
After learning how to assault an urban area, their final training exercise is defence.
Go, get in James's spot. James, move.
Now, they must work together to hold a compound against the attacking enemy. The Mercians, another armoured infantry regiment, are tasked with a full-on assault as part of their own battle training.
It's the first time that everything they've learned today gets brought into one, and then we'll see how they get on.
With both sides eager to prove their worth, there's regimental pride at stake. Section Commander Corporal Harris's troops are tasked with defending the main building.
Just waiting now on the enemy to turn up. Got my guys situated around the building. We've got another section inside the compound, and then a further section and pushed out to the other two buildings surrounding the area.
Platoon Sergeant Ross Wistow rallies his soldiers to hold the exterior.
Think about it now, boys. Don't get excited. PID your targets.
As the Mercians begin their assault, Charlie Company prepare for battle.
Which way they come in? It was a bit of a shock, to be fair, because I thought they would come from just one direction, but they didn't. They come from multiple directions.
Get closer! Shoot the fucking commanders!
Try to blind us, that's what they're trying to do.
I think it's one of them things that as soon as it starts, even if it is blanks, you get a little bit keen, a little bit eager, and you're like, yeah, sod this. I want to be better than them, I want to show them up a little bit.
Warriors, charge that direction! Get the airlaw up there!
We've launched a counter-attack. Boys are getting a bit excited. I'd tell them about PIDing again, but yeah, so far we're holding off.
If you're outnumbered with armoured vehicles, it's always a good feeling if we can then push them back. So it's never great to just lie down and do nothing.
3-3 Bravo.
So as you can see now, they're now surrounded. It's that numbers game that we spoke about. So we held them off pretty well, actually. I think we've destroyed maybe half of their vehicles, which is a great effort from our guys.
After an intense standoff, Charlie Company are down to their last few men.
I've only got 3 in here, including me.
I've got 2 in here.
I'm just going to hold you now and just see what they're going to come up with now. Now start, maybe. Go, 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 I'll cover you. Even like 13 years in, you still get excited. The adrenaline still goes.
What do you hear?
The guys don't want to lose, even though they know that the numbers aren't in their favour. And it's why we're just better than everyone else.
Coming in!
Go, go, go.
Hey, 1 o'clock, through the smoke!
As the Mercians break through and take the compound, Sergeant Wistow and Corporal Harris are defeated, and the training comes to an end.
Fucking Sergeant, take it. That's a fucking mission.
Yeah, we were the last one. I think there's one left, actually.
Yeah,
Is it Weston? Oh,
Yeah.
Woolscroft. Yeah. You put him in the rafters.
It'd have been better if I'd have survived. However, I've got a kill count of 7, and considering I'm a platoon sergeant, I'll take that.
Hero. We were both buzzing. We managed to, we done some steps, let me tell you. We jumped out the window, we'd run around, and we had a good time.
Ended up taking us in the end, but we did a lot more damage than what they wanted.
Franco finally seems satisfied with his company's performance.
I am enjoying watching how competitive both sides are being. That's good to see. And that's what you want from your soldiers. From the Mercians as well. So ultimately it's mission success for them. They've just took a lot of casualties to get here. So well done us.
With the pageantry of the parade out of the way, it's time to finish off the day with another age-old tradition. For one day only, the soldiers get served their dinner by the higher ranks.
It's a day for them. It's all about coming together here and showing our appreciation to our soldiers for how much they basically work for us. So now it's our turn to wait on them and say thank you.
But before food is served, there's one final festivity that needs taking care of. With full pomp and ceremony, the newest soldier from each company is chosen to step up and represent their unit. With the formalities announced in Welsh,
heddiw I dal I grogaeth o farch I Dewi Sant, ein 900 darluniadol.
And English by Welsh Druids.
Partake now of the league, and in so doing, be you Welsh or stranger, pay homage to the name and unity and peace. And to Saint David, who is a good and kindly man, devoted to his fellow men, Saint David!
This nod to Welsh history has been part of the day's celebrations for decades and is a highlight of the regimental calendar. The challenge? To eat the leek.
They were actually taking quite long, to be fair to you. Usually get the odd one or two being sick, but then luckily this time they weren't.
Eating the leek is a ceremony many young Fusiliers and officers go through. And it's as unpleasant as it looks.
It's like eating an onion, basically. You know what I mean? So it's not very tasty, I'll tell you that much. Really, there's no prize at the end of it, apart from a drink.
Leek eaters, on the front, kick, march!
With the festivities coming to a close,
Do you want some food?
the seniors step up to serve their soldiers. After a long day, it's finally time to eat, drink, and be merry. And Gold Major Fusilier Wright can finally stand down.
I'm very proud of him, and I'm proud of myself as well. It's great, absolutely great.
That shiner's getting worse, isn't it? That door must have been a really hard door.
And for Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Ollie Beard, a time to reflect on the role of the regiment in today's ever-changing climate.
An army's job is to train, be ready to fight and win wars. The Royal Welsh are no different. I think we are ready for whatever that threat might look like, but certainly since the illegal invasion of Ukraine, that has become something that has focused all of our minds in the need to be ready to fight and win. And the job we do is hard.
Keep going!
But it's rewarding.
I do enjoy that winning feeling.
And we have a lot of fun while we do it.
Just fucking awesome, that.
So yeah, they're always good.
If you're interested in joining the Royal Welsh, scan the QR code or visit royalwelsh.co.uk. As Goat Major, Fusilier Wright will play a pivotal part in the ceremony.
So this is a big deal, and a big deal for me as well. You know, this is my first event being in front of the whole battalion. I need me to look like brand new. Yeah.
But it's not just Fusilier Wright's reputation at stake. Llewellyn's is also on the line.
So the only times a goat can get demoted is either he defecates in front of the king or injures me severely. The old goat was a lance corporal. He was even a corporal at once, and he got demoted because he defecated in front of the queen. So I hope that doesn't happen to Llewellyn.
And working with animals is always unpredictable.
The things that could go wrong is him just picking off. I don't want him to hurt me or, you know, injure himself by just going nuts. Yeah, that's not going to work, buddy.
The Royal Welsh constantly train to be ready to deploy. If they get called to war, they need to make sure they have the firepower to back them up.
So we're in the armoury, This is the S01E04. This is the Mark III version. This is our individual weapon system, engaging targets up to around 400 metres.
Colour Sergeant Mark Sainsbury guards the key to the battalion's super-sized weapons store.
Next, we have the GPMGs. This is our machine gun. We use this weapon system to engage targets over longer distances to keep the enemy down.
Some of this arsenal is also in action on the front lines of Ukraine.
The Javelin weapon system, with use out in Ukraine at the moment as an effective anti-tank weapon system. This is what we call the Tank Killer. It's a fire and forget weapon system. The missile can travel 2.5 km in under 19 seconds. So we shoot, move like little kill teams. We look at the tactics, trenches being used in Ukraine. We're still fighting that type of war.
As armoured infantry, their warriors also pack a killer punch.
The chain gun, this is fitted inside our Warrior platform system. It's effective up to about 1,500 metres within the Warrior.
Get it!
I've had the chain gun save my arse many a time. As soon as you hear that chain gun singing over the back of your head, you get that warm fuzzy feeling that you're a little bit more safer knowing that that's covering your back.
Coming up.
Nuclear!
Training gets tough for C Company.
Rather you be shite now with fucking blanks. If you're shite in reality, you're going to be in a body bag.
And the pressure gets too much for the new Goat Major.
I started to wobble and then my eyes went black out.
Let's go!
The Royal Welsh.
Let's take it!
A highly trained branch of the British Army. Steeped in tradition.
Detail, detail, detail. Yes, it's all very, very important.
And glory.
The famous Battle of Rorke's Drift. A small band of 150 men had fought off thousands of Zulu warriors.
Training hard. Day and night.
Thinking soldiers is what we need. Right, it's what you get paid to do, so fucking start doing it.
From their base in Tidworth. Having completed their warrior exercise in woodland terrain, Sergeant Major Phil Franco is taking C Company's training up a notch.
Come on, lads, hurry up, move over.
His junior troops are about to learn the art of urban warfare.
Purpose is to get them up to speed and make them as confident as possible in the urban environment.
But this isn't a war-ravaged village in Eastern Europe.
So this is Coupledown Village. It is the biggest urban village that we've got on the British Islands anyway. It's a really good village for us to use for urban warfare.
If you want to go in red, red is with a grenade, yeah? If you want to go in green, it's without grenade. Right, you just storm the fucking room as fast as possible.
Once again, it's Corporal Richard Harris taking charge on the ground as section commander.
You'll learn the guy's first time doing it, and what a better place to do it than all this rubble and out on the street. So it's a good first run through, going through like a gold standard, kind of what you'd expect if you go into like an Eastern European war, for example. Get on the left here, just
for the new troops, this is unfamiliar territory.
It's very difficult. You've got a lot of windows, doors, you've got little mouse holes that you could encounter, and anyone could pop out from anywhere. So it's always a more complex terrain to work in.
So Corporal Harris is starting with the basics.
I shall build up lovely, that. There's lovely placement, that.
Phase 1.
All right, go, 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 go. Go, go.
Mastering how to move as a section.
We're taking left, take left, take left.
Phase 2. Surrounding a building.
Yeah, go cover that. Okay, with him.
And storming it.
I'm gonna go up.
Phase 3. The art of breaking entry. With tools.
This is a hooligan bar, we call it. Get in there and gain some sort of method of entry.
And brute force.
When you swing it over top, bring it over like that.
use its own weight with it, so use the arc.
Once inside,
Come on, gain entry, gain entry.
they must move through the building to clear the enemy.
Yeah, go cover that. Ready? Lads, you two, stairs.
Phase 4,
With him, yeah, stay close,
securing
stay
the stairs.
What'd you see? What'd you see? Fire back, fire back!
Enemy on the right, run! Enemy on the front!
Fire back, Keep on. Trying to turn your back and walk up the stairs at an angle is a lot harder than what it makes out to be. Anything can be thrown down the stairs. You can throw rocks down there. Grenades are a big threat for us. You two take it. No, not you. You're going left. Left for me. Right, go.
Phase 5, overwhelm the enemy.
Building clear!
Get yourselves outside!
Once outside, Harris gives his troops a debrief.
Obviously, we got to a point then where we physically couldn't go any further with 5 people. So I called in 3 section to then echelon through and then take over. When I had the gun there, looking on the mouse hole, making sure no one popped out for it.
Now, they must do it all again. This time, operating as a full platoon, made up of 3 sections, each with 6 soldiers. And clearing not just one building.
So we clearing the street? Oh, is that what we're doing now? Right, up it is.
But an entire street. Under the watchful eye of their company sergeant major, Phil Franco.
One person in there.
This time, Harris's troops are arriving by Warrior, putting their earlier dismounting practice to the test.
We're going to do a nice run in. There'll be a heavy break as well, yeah? Go.
As they storm the building, now they have backup.
Fucking rubble.
Platoon Sergeant Ross Wistow,
Okay, boys, nice and tight for this one. Yeah, happy, boss.
along with his unit on standby.
4 of you. Aye, Joe, small one.
With Corporal Harris and his section inside,
Right, be careful, Jones has got a mouse hole there.
it's Sergeant Wistow's cue to launch his section.
Okay, 2 seconds,
Go.
Storming the rear of the building and trapping any potential enemy in a pincer movement.
Coming through. Stay with me. Punch forward to the end. Punch forward to the end. Go.
Sergeant Wistow knows how critical this urban training is for the junior recruits.
The balloon was to go up, we were to go somewhere, and I've not trained them properly, or I haven't pushed them to be as good as they can be. If anything does happen to them, I'll feel a sense of responsibility.
Working as a platoon, they've managed to secure the building.
Building clear!
Now, they've got to press on and clear the rest of the street.
You've got to try and make it as hard and as realistic as possible.
Company Sergeant Major Phil Franco is also assessing the Royal Welsh, a highly trained branch of the British Army.
Stay close.
You're going to fight to the end.
A frontline armoured infantry regiment. It's a fighting unit on high alert.
The job that we're doing is life and death.
If Britain is called to fight a war in Eastern Europe,
Time to go to work.
these soldiers need to be ready.
Delta, give me rapid! Move!
It's a regiment with a legacy like no other.
Royal Welsh, we are the best.
Hardened from the bloody battlefields of history.
Wakey!
With 6 months unprecedented access. We'll be there. For every trial.
Dickie, let's go! Lads, take it!
It's very intense.
Let's go! Don't be sick, go to the fence.
Bit of fun and games in it.
Carnage.
Every tradition.
Get it down your necks, come on. Nice, delicious and strong.
Every triumph. As these soldiers train for war. Witness the pride and the honour.
One of the greatest honours anybody would ever get.
Of serving king and country.
What's going down today?
If we go to war, I want to bring every one of these home.
This time,
Go!
Charlie Company's newest recruits
Okay, push forward.
are thrust into the chaos of urban warfare.
Right, go.
If you make a mistake in a conflict, you're not going to get out of there.
Get it!
Fresh Fusiliers go full throttle inside the Warriors.
They didn't emphasise the break.
And the regiment celebrates St David's Day,
Wakey!
the Royal Welsh way.
Llewellyn.
Lucknow Barracks, Tidworth, Wiltshire. Home to the Royal Welsh, where 600 troops live.
Got to be done in it. You got to put your best foot forward, I guess.
Train
Faster!
and prepare for war.
We've got 2 weeks to sort this out now.
This armoured infantry unit is one of the first lines of defence for the British Army.
Get the target front.
But it's not all drills and discipline. Every year on the 1st of March, the regiment celebrates the patron saint of Wales on St David's Day.
It's a good day for us. It's a long day for us.
It's 5 a.m. and Colour Sergeant Chris Allen is raiding the stores for a special wake-up call for his troops.
Clearly we're a Welsh regiment. Wherever we are within the world, actually, we always support St David's Day. That's now for me, and I'll give that to the lads. Anything goes today. So all the seniors then make their way down then to the lads' accommodation and basically wake them up with what's called gunfire. So it's a cup of tea or a cup of coffee with old school rum inside it. However, it's absolutely awful stuff. So I swap out the rum for a shot of port instead.
Colour Sergeant Allen heads up Alpha Company. As one of the more senior soldiers in the unit, today he's bringing a St David's Day dram to their dorms.
Wakey! What we son? Oh, big shag. Nice, delicious and strong.
Let's go.
Mixture of tea and coffee, let's say. Would you like a coffee?
I don't trust it.
Not too bad, is it?
The best point about life in the army is the people you work with. Camaraderie, etc., is second to none. It keeps your morale up. So we've got that great bond together. When you join the army, it's kind of you're chucked in the deep end.
But there we son! Hello?
Serving a mixture of tea and rum to the troops has been a British Army tradition since the 1890s.
St David's Day is a good day for the regiment because it brings a bit of humour to the day. There's a bit of drinking involved, controlled drinking these days, a bit of food.
And it's just a bit of morale at the end of the day.
Get it down your necks, come on. There we son.
After starting his troops' day off with a bang,
Oh, some funky smelling rooms round here.
his next task needs a gentler touch.
These are the leeks then that they're going to receive, so they'll stick these in their belly. Some are lucky enough, say, to get small ones. They're more like spring onions than they are leeks, if I'm honest. Some of the bigger ones, which I wouldn't want in my belly personally.
Outside, Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Ollie Beard is doing his bit,
You good? You've got a big one there. Watch that pin.
handing out the historic leeks to the regiment's senior ranks.
It's a connection to a very ancient tradition where Welsh units would wear the leek on their uniform as a way to distinguish themselves on the battlefield. And it's actually something that was mentioned in Shakespeare's Henry V play, where King Henry himself talked about wearing the leek on St David's Day. And indeed, he was a battle-fighting king, so he takes strength from that.
Yes, sir.
It's a great day for us. Clearly, yeah, they celebrate St David, and the lads get woken up with alcohol and free breakfast. So what more do you want?
With the festivities underway on base, on nearby Salisbury Plain, Charlie Company's Sergeant Major Phil Franco is giving his newest troops their first taste of warrior warfare.
We've got a lot of new recruits in secretly at the minute, so this is their first experience with armoured infantry. It's the first time that they would have done anything like this. It's their first armoured exercise. It's their first experience in the back of the warrior. So it's all very new ground for them.
With Franco observing, Corporal Richard Harris is leading the charge.
A bit of fun and games in it.
Showing the new troops how it's done.
The guys will enjoy it because 70% of these have never been in the back of a warrior before. It's a bit different for the guys when they come from like training to battalion here because we are an armoured infantry battalion. Yeah. So we kind of need to get them the armoured skills. So they need to know how to dismount a warrior, they need to know how the warrior works in conjunction with us.
And working with a 30-ton vehicle comes with a warning.
Right, keep your weapon down. It's going to slam on his brain. You don't want that to whack him with your chin. I'm telling you. They didn't emphasise the brake. I told them about it pre-hand, but they didn't emphasise how strong it was going to be.
Warrior armoured vehicles are designed to drop troops straight into the heart of the danger zone.
There's pros and cons to it. The pro is they haven't got a tab 16 kilometres.
Stop.
The warrior drops them off straight at the front door. With that, it's added complexity of obviously working with that armoured vehicle because you've got to learn a new way of fighting when you dismount from that warrior.
You've got to integrate everything with the warrior. The distances you have to be at when you get outside.
But getting it wrong can be deadly.
The warrior, wait for the warrior to move. You don't want to bound in front of the warrior as well. The last thing you need is the warrior shooting and you're just going to get in front of it. There's a lot to play around with.
Today's training is about teaching the young Fusiliers how to work with the warriors in wooded terrain.
There's a bit of FIWAF, so fighting in woods and forests. So you'll have the warriors on the outskirts of the wood blocks, making sure no one comes out to the enemy doesn't come out to the wood blocks left and right. And then the fighting troop men on the ground will get into the wood block, break in, and then fight through, go clearing the wood block from one end to another. Right, guys. Move.
These conditions simulate the harsh combat realities troops may face if called to fight in Ukraine.
In Eastern European countries as well, the wood blocks are a lot more dense. There's trees falling down, so you've got to try and like manoeuvre ways around them or over them.
Make sure we keep eyes on that section.
It's going to be more challenging moving into different climates and different areas around the world. So we're just trying to get the guys used to staying balanced and staying together from one end to another end, clearing through the wood block.
If Britain is called to join the fight against Russia, these troops will be some of the first boots on the ground. And Corporal Harris knows better than most what lies ahead.
I joined at 16, so I literally come straight out of school, went straight in. I went through training, and then I was only 18 years old when we actually deployed in Afghanistan, 6.5-month tour. Everyone else who was 18 back home was out drinking and doing whatever, and there was me in Afghanistan. We come under contacts, obviously the IED threat was still high. Big shock to the system.
But today's training is a world away from the heat and dust of Helmand. Working in tandem with the warriors, they must be ready to remount at a moment's notice.
Move! So you've got to just try and keep the guys all together, remain balanced until the edge of the wood block, and then when it's time to actually mount up at the end, then your warriors are already there, pretty much. Get back in, and then on to the next objective.
Straight into the warrior, what are you doing? Go.
As armoured infantry, these basic skills and drills must become second nature.
When we clear them through like we done, there's no need to push to the fucking very extremity of a wood block. They're doing it right, they listen. As long as they listen to what they're told, kind of do it to the best of their ability, they can't go far wrong.
These classic combat skills are also crucial for survival in today's warfare.
Before the Ukraine war started, we always used to gob off saying we'd never go back to conventional warfare, it's never going to happen. The old-timers like myself, we like to gob off about Afghan and Iraq days, but it was a completely different style of fighting, and it was what we were used to, and it's what we thought would be the new norm. It's shown not to be the case, so it's really, really important that we keep hold of the conventional warfare. This is the best we can do to get ourselves ready for a war in the Eastern Front. If ever comes up.
Coming up, the troops get their hands on enemy firepower.
Kid in a candy shop, innit?
The new Goat Major is off to a rocky start.
I don't want him to hurt me by just going nuts.
And the regiment unleashed their deadly arsenal.
This is basically what we call the tank killer.
Fire, fire, fire!
1st Battalion, the Royal Welsh.
No fucking ego when it comes to that battlefield, right?
And their fleet of warrior armoured vehicles are ready for action. Prepared to deploy to a war zone anywhere in the world.
Target stop!
Making sure the soldiers are up to date on their enemy's foreign firepower. A select few have travelled to nearby Warminster to visit the British Army's Small Arms School.
It's coming through.
Here lies a heavily guarded vault of firepower from across the globe.
Door is alarmed, enter in as quickly as possible. All the weapons here are all live, hence that's why we've got the security on board. This is the handling room. It's where we allow the field armies to come in and get a hands-on weapons that they might encounter on their service in the army.
It's essential that soldiers learn the history of warfare and the weapons used by foreign fighters.
That's the old Special Forces one, isn't it?
Today, Corporal Richard Harris and his men are here to get their hands on enemy firearms they may come across in a war zone.
It's a work day, yes. It's part and parcel of the job is obviously getting everyone like up, competent and current on each weapon system, ready for any exercises that are coming up. You never know when you might need half of these weapons that you see in front of you.
Take a walk down if you like.
This priceless collection of killing machines.
We're just shy of 2,000 weapons here.
Kid in a candy shop, innit?
Tells the story of 700 years of conflicts.
Around about 1200, 1300, we go to the crossbow. It's an old-day machine gun. OK, Napoleon's pistols, given to Colonel South, who looked after him whilst he was a prisoner on St Helena, the island of. They are actually priceless. Come on round, filter round.
With some having more relevance today.
Bearing in mind where we're serving today and all the rest of it, we have a huge selection of what I class as Soviet and Russian weapons. We have the Kalashnikov here. There's something like 700 million of these things out there.
With the return of conventional warfare, knowing how to use enemy and allied weapons in a war zone could give these guys the edge.
Obviously, there's always some knowledge into what weapon systems other countries use. Like we have here, we've got like Soviet weapons, American. But yeah, getting more eyes on and hands on is always a good leap forward.
They identify them. They're more knowledge on the battlefield. They know what they're up against.
If anything were to happen, then we're always good to go.
While some troops are training hard to defend king and country,
I'm going to get equipment ready to shower Llewellyn so he's ready for St. David's Day.
one junior soldier is in training for a very different role. 3-year-old Fusilier Llewellyn II is the 1st Battalion's new goat mascot. Also, recently appointed is his goat major, Fusilier James Wright.
Fun part is grabbing him. You're living in two different worlds. Being a soldier and also being a goat major. Goat major, you have to prioritize making sure that the goat is healthy and ready for any jobs that are upcoming. While also being a soldier, I need to go into the field and do my job. It's a lot to handle. The hard part is getting him moved from there and all the way up to there, because he knows he's going to get showered.
It's still early days in their relationship.
He's like a teenager or a dog with horns. He's lazy, he's fat, but I kind of treat him as like a friend in a way.
The St. David's Day Parade will be their first public outing together. But first, he has to catch him.
I thought I was going to get him then.
As Goat Major, Fusilier Wright will play a pivotal part in the ceremony.
So this is a big deal, and a big deal for me as well. You know, this is my first event being in front of the whole battalion. I need me to look like brand new. Yeah.
But it's not just Fusilier Wright's reputation at stake. Llewellyn's is also on the line.
So the only times a goat can get demoted is either he defecates in front of the king or injures me severely. The old goat was a lance corporal. He was even a corporal at once, and he got demoted because he defecated in front of the queen. So I hope that doesn't happen to Llewellyn.
And working with animals is always unpredictable.
The things that could go wrong is him just picking off. I don't want him to hurt me or, you know, injuring himself by just going nuts. Yeah, that's not going to work, buddy.
The Royal Welsh constantly train to be ready to deploy. If they get called to war, they need to make sure they have the firepower to back them up.
So we're in the armoury. This is the S80. This is the Mark III version. This is our individual weapon system, engaging targets up to around 400 metres.
Colour Sergeant Mark Sainsbury guards the key to the battalion's super-sized weapon store.
Next, we have the GPMGs. This is our machine gun. We use this weapon system to engage targets over longer distances to keep the enemy down.
Some of this arsenal is also in action on the front lines of Ukraine.
The Javelin weapon system, with use out in Ukraine at the moment as an effective anti-tank weapon system. This is what we call the Tank Killer. It's a fire and forget weapon system. The missile can travel 2.5 km in under 19 seconds. So we shoot, move, like little kill teams. We look at the tactics, trenches being used in Ukraine. We're still fighting that type of war.
As armoured infantry, their warriors also pack a killer punch.
The chain gun, this is fitted inside our Warrior platform system. It's effective up to about 1,500 metres within the Warrior. I've had the chain gun save my arse many a time. As soon as you hear that chain gun singing over the back of your head, you get that warm fuzzy feeling that you're a little bit more safer knowing that that's covering your back.
Coming up. Training gets tough for C Company.
Rather you be shite now with fucking blanks. If you're shite in reality, you're going to be in a body bag.
And the pressure gets too much for the new Goat Major.
I started to wobble, and then my eyes went black out.
Let's go!
The Royal Welsh.
Let's take it!
A highly trained branch of the British Army. Steeped in tradition.
Detail, detail, detail. Yes, it's all very, very important.
And glory.
The famous Battle of Rorke's Drift. A small band of 150 men had fought off thousands of Zulu warriors.
Training hard. Day and night.
Thinking soldiers is what we need. Right, it's what you get paid to do, so fucking start doing it.
From their base in Tidworth. Having completed their warrior exercise in woodland terrain, Sergeant Major Phil Franco is taking C Company's training up a notch.
Come on, lads, hurry up, move over.
His junior troops are about to learn the art of urban warfare.
Purpose is to get them up to speed and make them as competent as possible in the urban environment.
But this isn't a war-ravaged village in Eastern Europe.
So this is Culpal Down Village. It is the biggest urban village that we've got on the British Islands anyway. It's a really good village for us to use for urban warfare.
If you want to go in red, red is with grenade, yeah? If you want to go in green, it's without grenade. Right, you just storm the fucking room as fast as possible.
Once again, it's Corporal Richard Harris taking charge on the ground as section commander.
Guy's first time doing it, and what a better place to do it than all this rubbling out on the street. So it's a good first run through, going through like a gold standard, kind of what you'd expect if you go into like an Eastern European war, for example. Get on the left here, just
for the new troops, this is unfamiliar territory.
It's very difficult. You've got a lot of windows, doors, you've got little mouse holes that you could encounter, and anyone could pop out from anywhere. So it's always a more complex terrain to work in.
So Corporal Harris is starting with the basics.
That shall build up lovely, that. It's lovely placement, that.
Phase 1.
Right, go, 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 go. Go, go.
Mastering how to move as a section.
We're taking left, take left, take left, take left.
Phase 2. Surrounding a building.
There, go cover that. Okay, with him.
And storming it.
I'm gonna go up.
Phase 3. The art of breaking entry. With tools.
This is a hooligan bar, we call it. Get in there and gain some sort of method of entry.
And brute force.
When you swing it over top, bring it over like that. Use its own weight with it, so use the arc.
Once inside,
come on, gain entry, gain entry.
They must move through the building to clear the enemy.
There, go cover that. Ready? Lads, you two, stairs.
Phase 4.
With him, yeah, stay
securing the stairs.
What'd you see? What'd you see? Fire back! Fire back!
Enemy on the front!
Fire back, eh? Keep on. Trying to turn your back and walk up the stairs at an angle is a lot harder than what it makes out to be. Anything can be thrown down the stairs. You can throw rocks down there, grenade.
But an entire street. Under the watchful eye of their company Sergeant Major, Phil Franco.
One person in there.
This time, Harris's troops are arriving by Warrior, putting their earlier dismounting practice to the test. Critical this urban training is for the junior recruits.
The balloon was to go up, we were to go somewhere, and I've not trained them properly, or I haven't pushed them to be as good as they can be. If anything does happen to them, I'll feel a sense of responsibility.
Working as a platoon, they've managed to secure the building. Now, they've got to press on and clear the rest of the street.
You've got to try and make it as hard and as realistic as possible.
Company Sergeant Major Phil Franco is also assessing the